What I mean by that is, for every door that closed because I was changing, once God saw me be faithful with what I had, he opened up other doors. But I had to let go of the old doors to open up new doors. And so I'll say that to you, family. Like, in the beginning, when you're switching directions of content, like, there's people that, like, they do this whole Jesus thing, and it's like, it's an act. It's like, oh, it's hot right now to be a follower of Jesus. It's hot right now to be a woman that looks a certain way and says, I love the Lord, and then go back to, doing whatever. Like, no, God was like, no, I'm calling you out of the boat. I need you to stay right here. It's not about a fad. That's why I've been doing it for 10 months. It's about the fact that, like, no, God was going to call me out. God had made me look this way, talk this way, think this way, because there was a new remnant that he's raising up in this generation, as there's a revival going on in the church. The church is not going to look like the church. I'm telling you, God is doing a new thing. He is revamping the church. Why? Because broken people have broken the church. And so I truly believe that God is going to do a new thing. He's calling out people that you would not expect to do a mass revival. People you wouldn't, yes, they got tattoos on their hands. Yes, they may not be the most polished of individuals. Yes, I may be rough around the edges. Yes, I may be divorced. Yes, I may have a baby. Yes, I might be all of those things. Yes, I may be 5'5" on a good day. You know what I'm saying? I might not be the biggest of people. I might not be any of those things. But God is calling out a new generation. God is calling out a new looking thing. I go to a church now, the pastor's tatted up, baby. He is tatted up. Okay? Arms, sleeves full of tattoos. He's calling everything that was discounted is no longer being counted. We're doing something new. We're revitalizing the church. Why? Because the church, y'all, family, the church isn't what it needs to be. We have a bunch of people that go to church and it's a ritual, but it's no transformation. God is calling a new remnant. He's calling a new generation. And so nowadays, family, church isn't going to be like the church. It's going to be something new, something fresh, something real, something genuine. Genuine. Because these days we don't have genuine. We have people that utilize Jesus to get out of conflict. Oh, it's really hot to say, I know the Lord now after I done had all these different scandals. Now I'm talking about Jesus. Okay. Jesus is our get out of jail free card. It's not real. And then there's people that are really, really about the Jesus thing. They don't want to be about Jesus because it gets in the way of their image. Sorry, family. It's a new day. It's a new day. God is calling us out of the boat. So many people go up in the church, they come out, they gossiping, they just as bad, if not worse, than the people that don't go to church, and then judging the people that don't go to church when they might be more connected to God than you could ever be, and because all you do is go to church on Sunday. All you do is rituals. They've got relationship. God is doing a new thing. Do I think church is important? Absolutely. But that does not determine the type of relationship you have with God. God is doing a new thing. He's doing it. I feel it so strongly in my spirit. God is doing a new thing. All these things we do in this world that is just all like, no, we've created rituals and we've created all these legalistic things and we put it on people, and when they don't look like how we think they should look, we demonize them. No, God is doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? He's making ways in wildernesses. He's opening up doors. There's men, y'all, the church are coming back. Men are coming back to church. Do you not, y'all see that? Men are coming back to church. I'm so happy. We need men back. We need men up in the church. I'm seeing men walk up in the church, like, I'm like, man, God is like tatted up I'm like, this is what God is talking. He's bringing his men. He's bringing these Adam. He's bringing them back to church. We need men to come back to church. We need to see prophetic men. I believe he's raising up pastors that don't look like pastors. I think he's exposing all these things in different parts or sects of entertainment, whether it be movies, whether it be sports, all these things. He's bringing it up. Why? Because there's going to be a new generation of athletes. There's going to be a new generation of actors, of musicians that stand boldly for Jesus. Why? Because Jesus is coming back. And so I'm talking to anybody that's on here that feels that pull. I don't care what sport you play and I don't care what you do. God is doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? You can either be with it or against it, but God is doing a new thing. And some of y'all already know God is calling you. But you like, ooh, I don't want that call. Can I tell you, family, that even though it costs me something, it's cost me a lot. Can I be honest? Can I be real? Following Jesus has cost me a lot. It's cost me a lot. I left my job, left my family, left my loved ones. Went across the country. I didn't have a job here. I didn't know nobody here. God, through dreams, visions. I mean, and if I share those things, but there was one dream a really close friend of mine had, and I knew God was calling me out. God was calling me out. I remember I had a friend of mine, brother of mine. He said, "Sam, you're stronger than some men." Because a lot of us refuse to leave our comfort zone, refuse to risk that. I left my job, and it was crazy because I didn't know I didn't know what that was going to look like. I really didn't. And then they called me back a couple months later after God called me out of it, and they said, "We'll create a position for you where you can work remotely." Look at God. But I had to take a step of faith before that could happen. There's things that God has called me. There was, when I had the dream my friend had, I was like, okay, I had a friend that had visions. Two of my closest people that I was talking to every day, one had visions of me being in a new place. And then the other one had a dream that I was moving to this new place. And as I was moving to this new place, in her dream, I was already moving to this new place. And my old place blew up, went up in flames. And I was asking for a place to stay in the in-between. I knew what God was telling me. I had to go. And I was waiting on certain answers. Like, okay, so what am I looking for? What is going to happen? Like what? But God was showing me, you need to go without an answer. I'll answer the questions as you obey. Like sometimes we're waiting on God to give us this and give us this and give us this. And that's what I was waiting on. I knew that he was calling me to leave, but I was waiting on certain things. I'm like, okay, well, I'll leave, but this need to happen first, or this need to happen first, or this need to happen first. But God was like, I'm not doing any of that. Do you have faith in me or not? I'm like, okay, yes, sir. All right, I understand. I moved. And when I moved, he moved. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Let's not just be every once in a while. Let's become family, okay? Friends that are family, okay? Join my family today.